Video Notes is a tool for taking notes while watching videos. Students basically can drop a URL on this from YouTube or Vimeo on this side of the screen and take notes on the right hand side of the screen at the same time. You'll also notice that it's time stamped so you can see at what part of the video the student had each individual thought. You can then at the end share by just pressing the share button, as students are already familiar with in the Google Drive. The nice thing about this is also that it is a web app, which means you can connect it to your Google Drive. So if I go ahead and pull up my Google Drive, as you're used to seeing it, and I go to create, but instead of creating a document, if I wanted to create a video note, first I would have to get the app from the web store. So I clicked on connect more apps, and you'll see all the hundreds of apps that are in here that are available for you and students to add to their Google account. But the one we're going to type in now is called Video Notes, and be careful of the spelling. It's N-O-T period E-S. And once you pull it up right here, it'll say free instead of rated. So if you go ahead and click on that and accept the terms that they can access your Google Drive account, then the next time you'll be able to just go to where your apps are and click on Video Notes. And once you're there, you'll see the first screen I was showing you where it's asking you to put in the URL of the video. So that's the next thing we need to do. When we are preparing a video notes, the first thing you have to do as a teacher is figure out which video you want students to take notes about. So here I have one about Abraham Lincoln. If I click on share, it brings up the link for me. So if I go ahead and copy that link, at this point I would put this in an email to students because I hope by this point of the year, third to fifth grade should be able to open up an email and copy the link, and then they would open up right here and paste it in. Once they paste the link in, they click load video. Very quickly it will pop up. They're ready to hit play and they're ready to start taking their notes over here. So before I do that, I just wanted to mention that maybe you would just have your students for the first time, as they get to know the web app assignment, just watch the video and write down, what did you not know before watching this video? What information was new to you? So that's what I'm going to do now. So a couple of features. You'll notice I'm able to pause the video and students are as many times as they want. They can also rewind it. Their notes won't be affected by that. I can type while it's playing. I can pause to type if I don't want to miss any information that's still coming. And again, I'm holding the student accountable for their own learning. I'm not showing this video whole class. I'm making them tune in to the narration and to the visual piece of the video. A couple other things that you'll notice is up here, I can slow it down or I can speed up the rate of the video. You have to be careful when you slow it down. It seems like a great idea because you could type and maybe not miss anything, but sometimes it changes the speed of the narration and it sounds weird. So you'll see that might not work depending on the kind of video it is. Here it is sped up a little bit. If you're looking for a certain part, maybe that's a good idea, but most likely you just want to keep it on the regular speed. But I want to mention that because I'm sure your students will figure that out really quickly. So all I did was hit return to get down to the next line. If I wanted to write something else, I could do it even while it stopped. I'm surprised he taught himself to read. Period. Again, it's time stamped so you know what part of the video they were watching. And this is a big deal because on Park, they're going to be viewing pieces of narration that are also time stamped. And they need to understand that this point 28 means 28 seconds through the video and that it's also listed here. So if they wanted to find the part that made them think that, they could go ahead and move this slider bar to right there, watch it again, and it should coincide with the thought that they were having that they recorded over here on the right. When I'm done, I can click share just like I normally would in a Google Doc if I wanted to share this with my teacher. Maybe my teacher's name is Mrs. Kablawi, so I would just type her in and I could add a message if I wanted to, just like normal. I'm going to skip that for now and click done. And now she has received this video note exactly looking the same way as I have it here. If you leave it on edit, she'll be able to go in and write on this side, the teacher would. Otherwise, if it's just view only, she would still be able to click play in the video and she would see all of the notes on the right hand side. One thing you want to remember to do, and I usually try to do it first, is to click on that untitled notes, just like it would an untitled doc, and give it a name. I like to have the student put their initials in the front so I know which student is sending it to me, especially if they're all going to be titled Lincoln Video Notes. And click Save. It's already been shared. So now I want to show you what it actually looks like when you want to find it later in your Google Docs. So if I go back to my drive, you'll notice if I scroll down, Video Notes has actually made a folder for me, and it will make one for you too the first time you install the app. So if I click on Video Notes, you'll see all of the video notes that I've created so far. I started to make a folder to dump all my math ones in. Here's a landform one, just so you can get a picture of what it looks like. An older one that's already just been in my folder for a while. Here's the video. It's still playable. And here are all my notes. It's still editable. And that's basically it. That's what there is to video notes. And I look forward to hearing your feedback and some of the ideas that we can use video notes for, including the flipped classroom, and using it for some formative assessment to see what students know and don't know to drive our future lessons.